Hello, it's Jay Victoria, the Energy Queen, and I have been thinking about doing something like this for a while. I hope you enjoy it, but it's like sort of a playful visual demonstration of energy blocks and also the way that my work, Energy Queen Alchemy, dissolves those blocks. Because the thing about energy blocks, if you're interested in healthier energy or getting rid of blocks, is to understand a few things about them. So, the first thing to know about energy blocks is that what we call negative energy or energy blocks, what it is negative beliefs, because all energies, positive or negative, is some sort of belief. And the more, if you look at things in the bigger picture from God's point of view, if you look at things on that level, you will see the truth of things. And so the beliefs that are more accurate in the bigger picture view are going to be light energy because they're the truth. And then the things that are less accurate are going to be dark or unenlightened, or we could call them negative. And those are the blocks. And how do these get into your energy system, these negative beliefs? Well, negative beliefs, or all beliefs, are just your choice. And you can choose at any moment to believe something or not. So the truth about your energy is it's constantly changing. You're constantly, the moment you authentically believe something, whatever it is, positive or negative, the energy will come into you. And positive energy is like, if you have positive beliefs, it is an instant, okay, all energies are an instant reaction, but positive energies stay always inside of you because positive energy is not destroyable, and it's also your nature. So positive beliefs are like light that come in and they just sort of absorb into your whole being. And that's why people who have a lot of positive beliefs, you could call it mindset or outlook, have this sort of glow. Okay, you might hear some kitties in the background. Hopefully you like cats. And negative beliefs, though, those are the blocks. How do they get in? Well, the same way. As soon as you decide that you believe a negative belief, I have a little demonstration. I know these are very preliminary. It's like I just drew a bunch of dark stuff. But actually, we can laugh about it, but like, this is kind of what they look like. And when I see energy, I see weird stuff like this. This is another one. It sort of looks like a bacteria, kind of like a dark DNA strand. And so they literally look like this and they fly in. It's like this. You're observing your life, and your soul is like the commander in chief of all the energies that either enter or exit your being. You observe your life. The moment that you decide that you believe something negative, the energy of that negative belief, it's like that fast. Now you have a block on your third eye. Pretty, right? Okay, and then you're watching your life, and you have another negative belief. That one's in your throat chakra. And so this is what I see when I work on people. I see stuff like this. And it looks silly, right? It looks really silly. And then something else happens, and it makes you believe that another negative belief, like that. Because negative beliefs and blocks aren't just in your chakra system. They are in what I call your energy body, which is your actual, it's like a light map of your actual physical body. So you can have negative energies in your skin. You can have them lots of them are housed in your muscles. That's why you have tension, because it's fear, contraction. When I remove them, often one of the immediate effects is you feel your muscles going like that. And I love that. It feels so good. Because sometimes you don't even know what you're holding on to until it lets go. Okay, so let's continue. Because because I look so awesome. But you know what? We can laugh, but I'm serious, you guys. This is what I see when, this is what it looks like. I'm not even joking. I'm seeing stuff like this. And it's even funnier when I'm talking to people about their energy, like on a consultation or something, and I'm like, you know, I see this, I see, okay, there's like a lot going on here. And they're looking at me like this, and they're like, yeah, I don't know if I need my energy cleared. No, I'm gonna wait. Bye. And then they walk away like that. And I'm like, if you could see it, you would definitely want to get rid of it. That's why I'm doing this, and it looks silly, but you know what? I'm trying. So, okay. So we got a third eye block. We have like a muscle tension, and then we've got like a bacterial, you know how we call a lot of negative energies programs, have a negative program. They literally can be like, seriously, like programs, like DNA, but like a negative version. And so it's like feeding into like a, so I'm going to get into that. So what happens once these are in your system? Okay, now we have some stuff going on. Well, your energy and the frequencies in your energy create what shows up in your reality. The frequencies, I'm going to say it again, in your energy create what shows up in your reality. So the more positive energy you have inside, meaning the clearer your energy, meaning less negative things like these. Ooh, my frequency went up. Okay, but if they're in, even see how I kind of naturally like contract. Negative frequencies in your energy create things in your life that feel like that frequency. So if you have a lot of negative blocks inside of your energy, you're going to see things show up in your life that make you feel like these negative frequencies. So because you have this, for example, which we know is a block, so it's a negative frequency, there's like a negative feeling to it, you're going to see something in your life that makes you feel like that because it's in you. And the mistake we make is we see things in our life and we go, oh, that made me feel like that. But the truth was you had that frequency in you already, and that caused something to show up. Same with, you know, any block. And they also do block your, you know, when we talk about chakras, like if you have a throat chakra, let's say we have like this negative program, throat chakra, well, maybe I don't feel quite like I can express myself as well, or I'm afraid to express myself because of that. It's telling me this belief could be, and they all are specific beliefs, it could be nobody cares what I have to say. That could be the belief that maybe that's what I observed in my life, and I wrongly believed nobody cares what I have to say. Oh, the belief in the negative energy, nobody cares what I have to say, is now in me, right? And so what will show up in my life? Things that make me feel like that. So more and more I'll feel like, oh, nobody cares what I have to say. Nobody cares what I have to say. Oh, I keep trying and nobody cares what I have to say. Nobody cares what I have to say. And so it's almost like they almost seem true because they keep showing up, right? That's why we call it a pattern, because it keeps just like, oh, it keeps happening. And these are the clients I work with. It's like people who are like, I just want to get rid of this. Like, why can't I get rid of this? And the reason why it's hard to get rid of these blocks / negative beliefs is because you can't fool the energy world. To have a belief come in or out, you have to authentically change your beliefs. And this is what we're doing with the talk therapy a lot of the time. We're trying to change our beliefs. The moment that you truly don't believe whatever this negative belief is, let's say this one is, I'm not good enough. Let's just say that. That's I'm not good enough. So I observed my life and I decided, my soul decided, I'm not good enough. Okay, that's what it looks like. And this one is, I'm not allowed to relax. Stressed. Okay. So these are in you, right? And they show you things in your life that almost make them feel more true. And you go to therapy, right? And you're sitting there with these okay? You're talking, and if you happen to be able to change, I'm not good enough, which can take years, let's be honest, to authentically not believe that, this will leave forever. And once they leave, negative beliefs, they're gone forever. So it can take a lot of work, right, to actually get these to really leave. And this is why I want to tell you about Energy Queen Alchemy. Okay, I have a big goblet because I actually work, so the energy world is a very physical, real place. And what I do, and I'm hoping this will work, it's a little bit of an experiment, but I wanted to show you what I do, is I figured out through the tutelage of Jesus, yeah, he was my teacher, that you can take, the first step, honestly, is working with somebody. If you're interested in getting blocks cleared, work with somebody who can see energy. And we all see energy in our own unique way. In my program, Energy School, I teach you how to see energy actually in your own unique way. I just see it, like I can see it visually sometimes, and I see it like in the world, like I literally will see it moving around, and sometimes I'm like, whoa. But I also see it with my third eye, like I close my eyes and I can see it. And so somebody who can see energy is a really big deal, because it's like working with a surgeon who has eyesight. You know, they're not just like feeling around, they can see it. So it's like, it makes the process so much faster. So you see it. It's like I look in someone's energy, I see these things. So it's like, okay, here it is. And what I do is I take it and, okay, this is where we'll see if this works. I take it and I also take, this is why it's called Energy Queen Alchemy. It's literal physical alchemy in the energy world. I take a positive frequency, and one of my top positive frequencies is the blood of Christ. It's a positive energy. It's a real positive energy. I work with goblets in the energy world. I work with liquids. Oh, like those are my best tools. And so I have containers, and I have liquid in the container. This will be likely, if you work with me, well, I have a lot of tools, but the blood of Christ is a standard. Or even, I like that this is clear, because I use, when Jesus was on the cross, they actually cut him open, and both blood and water came out. It was like miraculous. So the water is another of my major tools. And what I do, you guys, is I take that negative frequency. I literally pull it out and I dunk it in the liquid. Okay, it didn't quite like react the way I wanted. There we go, that's better. And it dissolves like that. You can see like it's baking soda and vinegar, but you can see there's, that it dissolves. So just pretend like, ooh, now it dissolved. And that's cleared now. As long as it took me to do that is as long as it takes me in sessions to do it. So I just explained how, trying to get rid of these things can take forever to authentically change your beliefs. If you're doing affirmations, it means that you're basically doing the opposite belief, and you're affirming it and trying to get yourself to believe it, because as soon as you believe the opposite of one of these, it will have to leave. Okay. And then your life gets better, right? But it's easier. This is what Energy Queen Alchemy is all about. It's easier to just take it out physically, because this is how long it takes. As long as I'm showing you right now, just like gone like that. Oh, and then I pull another one out. Doesn't matter how many years they've been there. Doesn't matter how long it's been there. Dissolves like that. Literally, this is what I see when I do sessions. Wow, right? How long did that take? That took like 30 seconds total. Maybe even like if you just count the actual dissolving, like 10 seconds. That is how fast these energies can dissolve, and that's the work that I do. And when I do sessions, I also have a language that duplicates the results. So if you had one of those beliefs at that frequency, I can duplicate if that same belief, we were only looking at, like, honestly, like, just the very surface of what could be there. If it's, I mean, we're talking about your energy body, your chakras, your aura, like there's so many places and layers upon layers in your energy, because each layer represents a different moment in time that your soul has lived, and you could have many past lives. So what happens in sessions is I'll do something like that. I'll take, stuff like that out, dissolve. And then there's other stuff underneath that. And that's why it's really important to get your energy cleared and blocks cleared when you know they're there, because there's going to be other stuff. It's like new levels, new layers. And what you're doing every time you remove these is not only will you come out of that session noticing, I feel lighter, because your frequency is lighter. You literally don't believe those negative beliefs anymore, and your life doesn't show you negative things that they were causing anymore. So your reality actually upgrades. And I'm talking about instantly. And this is something that if you're experiencing a pattern in your life can really make a difference really quickly. And I know it takes faith. I know this is new work, and, I'm an inventor, and, I feel like the Steve Jobs of energy. I'm just trying to, innovate, but really tell you and tell people, like, this is possible and this is very real. And it's something that, because you can't see it, I understand it's like, well, what is that? But that's why I wanted to do something visual, even though it's like a little bit funny and silly, but like it tells you something, it shows you something, it shows you what the process looks like. And this is a real process that really makes a difference. And I actually always measure the results with my clients, because I'm not just going to be like, hey, you feel better, and it's like placebo effect. I actually measure the specific negative beliefs. So before we do a session, I get you to tell me the top negative beliefs that you want dissolved. I get a number for how true it feels. And then afterwards, we measure how true does that feel, because if it's not in you anymore, if it's dissolved, you will not believe it. And my clients always have incredible results. Oftentimes, those numbers get down to 0. Like, they just don't believe it anymore, because if I dissolved it from you, you won't believe it anymore because it's not in you. So it's a really fascinating process. The energy world is a really fascinating place. And I wanted to do this to give you a visual of what Energy Queen Alchemy is about. When you combine a negative frequency in a positive frequency, and liquids are really awesome to use in the energy world, because it's a really physical place, you can get results and dissolve the root cause of negative patterns in your life so quickly. And you can, again, in my sessions, I use a language that duplicates results. Again, you saw how fast these dissolve. That my sessions are an hour. That was only like 10 seconds of that session. So you can imagine how many layers and layers and layers are literally getting purged and dissolved for good out of your energy. It's a really big deal, and I love my work so much. So if you're interested in working with me, I'll put my free consult link in the description, and I would love to talk to you if you're interested in getting some patterns dissolved. So thanks so much for watching, you guys. I love you so much. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye.